What's up, everybody? Last short video of the day I'm gonna make showing a company, Biocept. It's one of my favorite companies, uh, and currently the company that the greatest percentage of my investments in terms of these small cap biotech stocks. And 3 points I want to make looking at Biocept. One of them is the flexibility and kind of element of surprise to some of these biotech companies and their ability to adjust their game plan in the event of a major need. Number two, finding comparable products. So I want to show you Biocept versus a comparable product. And then three, wanted to use this as an example of dilution and how dilution can be both an advantage or a disadvantage to an investor. Hopefully you just heard my dog there. He's saying what's up to everybody. Okay, so Biocept. So this is a company I've been interested in about a year. And if you look, Biocept is a liquid biopsy company. So when a patient's diagnosed with cancer, we need to know not just what the cells look like under the microscope, but most importantly, what genes might be mutated in the cancer, what molecular alterations there might be. So there's a lot of testing for certain genetics within the tumor itself. And this can be done with both the tissue that's taken from a biopsy sample, or sometimes can actually be taken from the blood. So if you have a patient with an advanced metastatic cancer, a big part of getting diagnostic information can actually be done by taking a blood sample. So we call this a liquid tumor sequencing or blood tumor sequencing or liquid biopsy. So liquid biopsy is, I'm just going to open up another window while I'm chatting. Liquid biopsy is a very fast-growing industry. The annual market industry-wide is about multiple $billion. And I want to show you kind of the industry leader, just so you have kind of a frame of reference. So right now, probably the biggest liquid biopsy company is Guardant Health, and you can see this company is worth $16 billion. So the leader is a huge company. The market is growing rapidly, and Biocept is a big player in this. So you can see, if you're looking at their recent news, they have their target selector product, which you'll see multiple news showing validation and addition of different target genes to their assay, and they're validated in medical journals. I can read a medical journal and I can find a validation. It's presented at ASCO, which is a major conference. So this is a company that has validation of its product and is going to start taking a piece of the liquid biopsy market at some point, and that some point is in the short to intermediate future. The valuation on this company is hilarious. It's $70 million. So I just showed you Guardant worth $16 billion. So that's 16,000 million. A billion's 1,000 million. 16 billion, 16,000 million. That's Guardant's company value. This company is valued at 71 million. Tiny, tiny, tiny company. And they have so much going on for them. So they have the liquid biopsy, and then so the second point I wanted to make is that these companies have very powerful infrastructure, brilliant scientists. Some of them even have fantastic management. And look, 9 months ago, we're in January. This is March or April. Biocept said, we see a market need. We're going to go start doing COVID testing. And they started doing COVID testing and making revenue that, it was supposed to just be a temporary plan, but the testing's going very well and providing millions of dollars of additional revenue to the company. So the second point I wanted to make, the first was finding value in a comparable product. The second point is that these companies will surprise the hell out of you, and they'll find a way to make money or add value um, without something you could even possibly expect, like the COVID testing that they got into. And then the last piece of the pie that I wanted to show with the stock is, let's type offering in here. So Dilution. So this company and all these small biotech companies, they go through periods where they're very, very strapped for cash. So they have to find a way to get some cash. So they do that by what's called a public offering, and that means that they raise a certain number of cash dollars in exchange for creating more shares. So this is really annoying if you own shares in the company, and if you get out your calculator, I don't know what the market cap was at the time of this, but let's say that the current market cap is 70 million, and they're making 10 million more dollars in shares. So 10 divided by 70, that's about a 14% dilution in the shareholders' value. So people get angry and irritated and they sell off their shares in large amounts. So you might see a time where a company will do an offering that dilutes the shareholder value by 14%, yet the stock sells 30%. So it's down 30% for the day. Well, that's actually an incredible opportunity. You should buy more of them, because in a 14% dilution of your value as a shareholder, the stock market price has gone down 30%. That's opportunity. And also, right after a dilution event is a time where then it might be an exciting time for a new investor to jump in. Hey, they just had a dilution event, they dropped by 30%. I've had this on my watch list and been thinking about trying to get in. Now's the perfect time. So this is a company, again, I really bang the table on Bionanogenomics, BNGO, and I've held this company in very similar regard. BNGO has gone from 50 cents to $8, actually even a low of 27 cents. So, 2,000% gains seen in BNGO, and I really have held this company, Biocept, in similar regard, have similar expectations, and I think that the risk of this company is incredibly low, and the strengths of this company, possible future valuation, provides the same type of upside as BNGO. So my number one holding, and three main points: surprises with these companies and their very powerful infrastructure, dilution as a opportunity and the main means of short-term risks for these companies, and what was my third point? Dilution, surprises, and comparing companies. So seeing how minuscule this value is compared to the industry leader, Guardant Health. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and I might post some more videos tomorrow, but hopefully you enjoyed today's.